My name is Julie, and I was part of the multi-level marketing industry for 5 years. I was part of two high control groups simultaneously for 5 years. One was a network marketing coaching group on Facebook, and the other was my network marketing company. You might hear words used interchangeably to describe the same thing, which is the multi-level marketing industry or MLM industry. It's multi-level marketing, network marketing, direct sales, direct selling, social sharing, social retail. It all describes the same thing, and it can get really confusing. This video is for Canadians, and to give you a heads up about a new, it's a pyramid scheme, but it's disguising itself as a multi-level marketing plan that's in Canada now. It's from the US, and it's called Elomir. So I'm going to show you a bunch of screenshots of reps that are very excited and posting about this new opportunity and how miraculous these little yellow strips are. I think they're made of curcumin, and you put them on your tongue and you dissolve them, and apparently it even will cure brain damage. That's problematic to make those kinds of claims, you know. So a lot of people, they don't know, like you're scrolling on Facebook, you're not aware of the level of psychological manipulation that goes into creating these posts. And I am, because I used to write these posts and I used to recruit people and I used to get customers as well using these same tactics. So I want to explain to you like what's happening and how you can get sucked in, or how your friends and family can get sucked in. So avoid this. And I also want to touch on another company that I don't know if it's in Canada yet, but it is probably coming because it's the same as Elomir, and it's called Awakened. But it's spelled the way that all these companies always mess up, right? Like Elomir sounds like Aragorn's sister or something, and then Awakened, like just spell it the right way. And one really important thing before I get into all this is it's really important to understand or try to understand that the people that are involved in these pyramid schemes, in these commercial cults, in the multi-level marketing industry, we really believe that we're doing something good. We're really working hard. We're doing all this training, and we may be purchasing products that we're actually seeing a benefit from, or think that we're seeing a benefit from. But we're around a lot of people who are very positive. They believe in us. They're cheering for us. They're supporting us. We feel like we have friendships. So these people, you know, when I was in it, you don't see how gross and manipulative and deceptive everything is. You think that this is how you operate a business. So it's very hard to deal with people that are in this because they believe whole hog. You think that anybody that is against you, that criticizes the multi-level marketing industry, will feel very defensive and feel that you are hating us. We will use that word quite frequently too. It's like they're haters. They're hating us, and we will treat you with condescension and contempt, but we won't think that we're treating you with condescension and contempt because we think that that's confidence. And that's part of the, that's the dark side, one of the many dark sides of network marketing and multi-level marketing. Is that's why we all sound the same. That's why we're all so hyped up and crazy and amazing and filled with love and just like you're so happy all the time. It's not normal, because it's normal in a cult. So the people in your life that are getting involved in these, the best thing that I can say to you is to not feel sorry for them and support them. They will try to guilt you, most likely. You could just comment and share my post. You don't need to purchase a product. If you're purchasing a product from them, it's going to keep them in longer. The best way to say no is to say no once, and that's it. I was taught with the network marketing group. I was a part of network marketing coaching group. I was a part of to follow up until they die. No doesn't mean no. That's what we're taught. No doesn't mean no. It just means not yet. So you have to be firm and even say something like, I don't support the multi-level marketing industry at all. And I want to keep our friendship or something. I don't know, however you want to phrase it. It's really awkward, but it's important that you say no and set those boundaries, because that alone can help teach someone else. It's like, well, this person is saying no, and you're teaching someone how to set boundaries, even, just by example. So the people in your life that are involved in these, it's not effective to just post, this is a pyramid scheme, this sounds like an MLM. They're not going to be open to listening to that. Even saying that word, I used to use that language, like, would you be open to taking a look at this? We take it as an attack, even if it's not. We take it personal. It's a dance. You want to be there you want to maintain these relationships with people. but it's really hard. You need to maintain your boundaries as well. So that being said, leading with compassion and empathy, these companies take good people with idealism and altruism in their hearts, wanting to change the world, wanting to help their friends and family, and they manipulate them and in turn make them manipulators as well. So this is how you can avoid the Elomir scam, and I'm sure the Awakened scam that is going to be coming to Canada. I think it might be in Canada. Elomir is definitely in Canada, and you got to avoid this one. First post. I've pulled all of these off Facebook. They're publicly posted. Please do not go and find these posts and comment on them. They do not need to be boosted by the algorithm and potentially reach and sucker in more people to these pyramid schemes. And I hope that every single one of these people wake up, they get out one day, and they escape with minimal psychological and financial damage. So, did you know it takes a startup company years to achieve what Elomir has already achieved in 3 short months? Wow, it sounds so exciting. All network marketing companies like to do this. They like to compare themselves to Apple and Google and Amazon and show like how we're up there with them. We're as legitimate as them. Isn't it amazing? In only 3 months, you could be a part of this. From its first launch on July 5th, 2022 in the US, and rolling out $1 million in products in its first 8 hours. And that's deceptive. Deception is the cornerstone of the multi-level marketing industry. They never tell you the truth. They tell you partial truths. And we are coached as representatives to tell you partial truths and then rationalize that this is the way we market. So when they say they rolled out $1 million in products in its first 8 hours, that was purely recruitment. There was no sales outside of that pyramid structure. And that is the classic definition of a pyramid scheme. The only reason they had $1 million in products in its first 8 hours is because the only way you could access these products was to sign up as a brand partner or market partner or representative or distributor or whatever you call it. But you have to sell. That's the money. That's where the money's coming in. The money comes in and flows up the top of the pyramid. Now, 3 months in and rolling out, $3.3 million in total. We've now opened in Canada and have begun our global expansion. So this is what they're going to do. They're going to talk about a launch in Canada. They'll use words like pre-launch. And all that is it's just focusing on recruitment. Here's the second part of that post. You can see the screenshot where they compare themselves to Apple, Facebook, eBay, Google. This has absolutely nothing to do with Elomir. It's more deception. It links in your mind like this legitimacy. It's like, oh, okay, just by glancing at it. It's purposely deceptive. So then the last paragraph, we are making history, and this is a first for any startup network marketing company. It's just creating that excitement and nonsense. All right, next one. This one it's a typical example of like the US trying to be cute, you know. I've got family in the US. I've got good friends in the US, but I'm telling you, this is why. You can be the first in your country, eh? Yeah. Like, don't try to be cute. It's like we don't live in igloos either, you know. Okay, so they've got a new hashtag here. It says leave people better as well, which is interesting. You're not leaving people better. So whenever you come across a post that has a lot of emojis like this, where you look at it and you're like, what the hell is going on? Lots of different fonts, italicized words, capital. It's an MLM. It's a pyramid scheme. It's the biggest red flag of all. I would recommend not reading it. That's it. I'm just going to the next part of this post. No one can get the product except through us, the brand partners. That's true of every single network marketing company, at least when they first start. I know some companies now, they'll sell their products through Amazon, which when they first start out, they'll say, we will never sell through Amazon. Can only get it through the distributors, but there's nothing special about that. This is a big red flag that it's a pyramid scheme. We are still in pre-launch. That means you can only sign up as a distributor, or you need to be recruiting. Your recruitment, that's when you're getting paid. If you're paying to get in order to get compensation from the recruitment of others, that's a pyramid scheme. Section 55.1 of the Competition Act. Okay, here it is. This is definition of a scheme of pyramid selling according to the competitionbureau.gc.ca. Section 55.1 of the Act defines a scheme of pyramid selling as an MLM plan with one or more of the following features. So this is the one: requires a payment for the right to receive compensation for recruiting others into the MLM plan, compensation for recruitment. Okay, and it's important to read this out. Permission to reproduce. Except as otherwise specifically noted, the information in this publication may be reproduced in part or in whole and by any means without charge or further permission from the Competition Bureau, provided due diligence is exercised in ensuring the accuracy of the information reproduced, that the Competition Bureau is identified as the source institution, and that the reproduction is not represented as an official version of the information reproduced, nor as having been made in affiliation with or with the endorsement of the Competition Bureau. So there you go. Canada. So we are still in pre-launch, therefore it is a ground floor opportunity. And this is the thing. It shouldn't be. If it's not a pyramid scheme, it doesn't matter what time you get in at. But it's because everybody's excited and jacked up because they're getting in early because they're going to be at the top of the pyramid. It only happens once in a blue moon. It doesn't. It happens all the time. Every time another network marketing company opens up, it's the same thing. This is the next part of that post, that previous post, is this shows the excitement level. So I have never been this excited about anything, and I continue to get giddy about why this company and product was created, the technology behind it, and the mission of gathering with a group of individuals focused on leaving people better. Well, this vision aligns with who I am. It's like, what the fuck are you selling? What is this about? This is a cult. But I understand how excited you are. So in any of this post, you don't know what they're selling, but you just know people are so excited to be a part of something. This is a commercial cult. This is what happens when you're in it. This is what's going on with your family and friends. And it's sad because it just channels everyone's energy to be like making all this money for these people at the top, making these products that don't even work. Man. All right. Next one. Being able to come in at the very beginning, at the top on something. Like, this is a pyramid scheme. You understand that that's what you're talking about. The reason why you're at the top is because you're coming in at the beginning of a pyramid scheme. Therefore, you're going to have all these people underneath you just by the fact that you're one of the first people that have signed up. Something that is one of the biggest launches in network marketing history doesn't happen every day. Every single network marketing company does this, and every single network marketing company around this time of year too, like in the fall when they have their conventions, usually they'll talk about how they're this industry disruptor, this new product launch, which is again just sold primarily within the pyramid structure. They'll sell out of these new products within 24 hours. $4 million in sales. Their new skincare that's released. It's like, that's a problem. That shouldn't be a flex. That's an indication that it's a pyramid scheme. Because most of the people purchasing them are the distributors, because the distributors are the customers. Okay, we had over 4,400 brand partners sign up, sold over 11,000 boxes, and did $1 million in sales our first 24 hours. So our first 24 hours. They're not open yet, that I believe, for customers. You have 4,400 brand partners sign up. So that's people that are like filling up into the pyramid. So you've got one person at the top, you have some more and some more. So all these 44, they're not all on that level playing field that network marketing likes to say. We're all a level playing field. It just doesn't matter your gender. It doesn't matter your socioeconomic status. It just depends on how hard you work and how much you work on your mindset. And you just don't give up, because then you're going to hit the riches one day. Just got to manifest it. It's not, you have 4,400 brand partners and it's like the lucky SOBs that are sitting at the top. They're like, yes, all my hard work is paying off. It's not hard work. $1 million in sales. It's not actually sales. It's people purchasing whatever little pack to get in. But the only way you can purchase these products is to sign up as a brand rep or a brand partner or whatever. So this is also something I was taught in the network marketing coaching group, is to use numbers, because people really like numbers. It gives you like legitimacy, credibility. So they like to like throw out these numbers because it will, if you're just scrolling through Facebook, you'll like catch your eye. You're like, wow, this must be really like legit. And it's not. A lot of times they just pull numbers out of their ass. And I don't know if they're doing it with this one, because I don't trust any of them. Okay, switching through to the next one. Launching into Canada on October 1st, get out of Canada, Elomir. Spots are filling up quickly, and with strategic placement under the pyramid, the sooner you get on my VIP list, the more people who will be placed under you. I know what it's like when you see people post this and you're like, how do they not get it? But I didn't get it either. And so that's why, I've had once I got it, then I'm one of the people that feel like I need to speak out. Some people will never speak out, and that's okay. But I want to I feel like it's right for me. So that's why I want to add my voice to just showing what's going on and calling out the bullshit, because you can't bullshit a bullshitter. So talking about strategic placement, the sooner you get on, the sooner you get in, the more people who will be placed underneath you. That's because you're in a pyramid scheme. That's all that's going on. Rush, the psychological manipulation. You're going to miss out, the fear of missing out. Sign on with us now. All right. Have you ever dealt with any of these issues or feelings? Stress, mood changes, aches, brain fog, busy brain, bad gut health, low energy, all this can change with one little strip. So that's inaccurate, and that's a false health claim. That's insinuating that this one little strip can cure you of all these things. And who hasn't experienced any of these things, especially clawing our way out of the pandemic? Mental health crises left, right, and center. Stress, mood changes, brain fog, busy brain, really bad gut health, low energy. Everybody's going to be experiencing this. And when you're scrolling through, keep in mind, you're going to be like, just like catching this. You're like, oh, well, why not? What's the harm? Maybe I should just look into this. This will change your day. No pills to swallow, no powders to mix. And this part's really funny. If you just start like thinking critically, you're like, what is this saying? It's not saying anything. It's very misleading. It has been tried several times and makes you feel so good. It's been tried several times by who? Where are the studies? What was your control group? Was it studied for 10 years? 3 years? Has it been tried several times by you, who's going to profit by making this post and then maybe recruiting me into your pyramid scheme, and makes you feel so good? What is it? I can drink a Pepsi and feel good. I can like pick my nose and feel good. It's like it's been tried several times and feel good. It doesn't make guaranteed. Guaranteed. That's a word that shouldn't be used either. Okay. This I found. This is put out by Elomir. So look at how they're already. The company is so new, so it just launches July 5th, and they're already having to. They're telling people, this is what happened with me in my network marketing company. They would tell you all this stuff. It does all these things. But then as soon as you would start using that in your marketing, they would say, well, we never said that. Avoid saying that. Say these things instead. They know what they're doing. They're purposely telling the reps, I bet this is happening. Because I've seen this happen with me, and I've seen it happen in other network marketing companies. It's a good guess that this is happening with Elomir as well. They get all the hype. They say, oh, this can cure this. Just say this. But then as soon as reps start getting in trouble, like, their posts start being reported by people like me to the FTC and also the RCMP in Canada, the Competition Bureau, they're like, oh, well, we never said that. You should say this instead. So instead of saying pain, they can say muscle aches, discomfort, hurt. I mean, you got to use this as a cheat sheet to know when you're being scammed. When a company has to put this out to their reps to like purposely deceive you. So instead of saying migraine, we want to say auras, debilitating head throbbing episodes. Can you imagine that that's okay to say? And look at how like eye-catching that is. Debilitating head throbbing. I mean, they are working at preying on the vulnerable. You are suffering. You are in pain. Debilitating head throbbing. I mean, that is eye-catching. Instead of saying seizures, neurological episodes, functions. This you see how deceptive this is. It's really sick. It's sickening because the people that are really believing in this product and selling it and recruiting people, when they get out, when they wake up and they leave, they're going to have to deal with the fallout from this of how gross that they manipulated people that did actually have migraines and seizures and depression, bipolar. Look at the depression, bipolar, deep sadness, imbalanced mood swings. You're leverage, or you're like exploiting somebody's depression to sell your multi-level marketing product and hopefully recruit them into your pyramid scheme. And that kind of thing is such a mind fuck when you leave these companies. All right. And then here's the post right above it. So it's funny because I say avoid using these terms, and then it's like, I don't think they got the memo. Within 10 minutes, you can feel the effects of the little yellow strip working. If you cannot take pills but need a mood boost, try this. Great flavor. And it's just, you got to stop. And this is the last one. This is about Awakened. And I don't know if they're in Canada yet, but watch out because they're just a ripoff. Is about weight loss, preying on women's weight loss. And oh, look at the belly area. Look at my belly. It's so brutal. We are still in pre-launch. You see the words pre-launch and you know that it's a pyramid scheme. So what pre-launch means is that you can't buy the products. It's all about recruitment. You're going to earn money. You're going to pay to get in, and you're going to recruit people, and you're going to get paid on that. You're going to get compensated that way. So this is it. We are still in pre-launch, and these numbers are legit unbelievable to me. Our team, so they have no customers yet. This is all distributors, is now 2,152 strong with 1.5 million in volume. The product volume is unimpressive and irrelevant because it's all attached to the brand partners who have signed up. This is a straight Awakened, like Elomir, is a straight up pyramid scheme, and you need to either stay the fuck out of Canada or get the fuck out of Canada. I've personally enrolled 123 beautiful souls, and I am the top recruiter company wide out of 11,000 people because you got in at the beginning of this pyramid scheme. And it has nothing to do with hard work. Everybody's going to be working hard, even the people at the top, same as people at the bottom. But I believe, if I have my information correct, that this particular person was approached and was invited to become a founding person, which is like their dreams are come true. This is, I've manifested this. We all will like say these things that to rationalize why we're one of the lucky ones to get in at the beginning. And I totally agree. 123 beautiful souls, including this individual who is at the top of the pyramid scheme. I really have hope that they wake up and get out, because you're in a commercial cult and you're at the top of a pyramid scheme. The only reason that you're at the top of the pyramid scheme is because you're one of the first people that was invited to get in. You're at the top. You're going to have everybody's going to get underneath you anyway. This isn't to brag. This is to show you what's possible. It's not possible for everyone because over 99% of people lose in a pyramid scheme. They have to lose in order for the 1% to get money. It's not possible for anyone. It doesn't matter what network marketing company you're with, whether it's Awakened, whether it's Elomir, whether it's Monmouth, Arbonne, any of the companies. All of the income disclosure statements, look at them, the compensation plans. Over 99% of people are making nothing. Most of the people are making at the top. It has nothing to do with your mindset or what's possible for everyone. That is not accurate. I know exactly how to help you succeed. No, you don't. Because over 99% of people have to lose. And I know you believe it. And I know everybody in the top believes it because that's what we're taught. And you work so hard and you're so busy and you love the products and you're getting great results. And you feel really filled by this mission. But it's not true. And I think people when you have to keep defending yourself and you have to keep saying why this isn't a pyramid scheme, there's something there. Like where there's smoke, there's fire. And I just encourage anybody who's starting to question, starting to critically think, to start pursuing those questions and not just shut yourself down like I did for 5 years. Start pursuing those questions, not going to your company for information. You're going to people still within the cult. So anybody that's preventing you from accessing different information, like anti-MLM content, for example, calling everybody a hater, everybody's a critic, everybody is it's toxic or whatever, that is a red flag. That is how cults operate. Like scaring people, name calling people, it's not good. That's not how you run a business. That is how cults are run. We are choosing a leader who has done what you aspire to do is important. No, it's not. You're just getting in under somebody. That's what they'll use. They'll say, look at me. I'm at the top of the pyramid. You want to sign in with me. The only reason you're at the top of the pyramid is because you were asked. It has nothing to do with anything else. Like you sit in the industry long enough, you recruit, you get in at the beginning of a company. That's what's happened. We are still in pre-launch. That means we are still not selling products to customers. We are only recruiting people because we are a pyramid scheme. If you've been watching, wondering, feeling stuck, do yourself a favor and at least take a look. This line is hilarious. I have to point it out. Anybody who is in the network marketing coaching group can see this is the biggest red flag of all. I'm doing this with or without you. I'd love to do it with you. So this is supposed to be, it's not very effective reading it. It doesn't have that punch. This, what I was trained, and I know this person was too. Rank makers! This is what we were taught. It's like, I'm doing this with or without you. I'd love to do it with you. And if not, well, then fine, right? And so the delivery of that is supposed to convey confidence that you're going to be moving ahead anyway, regardless of people's opinions of you, or whether they think it's a pyramid scheme, or whether they think that you're just getting sucked in to a cult. You're exuding so much confidence that you're willing just to say, you know what, I'm going to do this anyway. I'd love to do it with you. Like, you're throwing them the bone. You're going to leave the door open, but they have to be the ones to walk through it. I mean, this all sounds like, I know what it sounds like, but just bear with me. When you're in, especially this network marketing coaching group and also the network marketing industry, this kind of rationale, like this kind of marketing, what we think it's so powerful that we're so confident, like, we're not going to let the haters drag us down. We believe in what we do, and by this, it's going to attract more people to us because we're just showing strength. When in effect, all it's doing is you sound like a fucking dick, right? It's like, I said this shit. I'm doing this with or without you. It's like, it sounds so arrogant and condescending and with contempt. That's what it comes across as. The only people that really like this stuff is the people that get sucked in, and all the brand partners or the market partners or the reps. This language and feeling and what's actually being put out there into the universe is as subtle as a sledgehammer. It's like, no, it's obvious that you're wanting to look like you're not being bothered by people saying no or saying this is a pyramid scheme, that you really believe in what you do, and you're just trying to do your best to build your business and impact a lot of people and change a lot of lives. So there you go. That's my 2 cents. Elomir and Awakened, get the fuck out of Canada. If you come across posts like these, I recommend, don't engage with them. Don't say anything. I would say, like, don't say anything mean. All it does is it drives people deeper within these commercial cults. And ultimately, we want to get these people out. We want to have them wake up. And they're going to need the friends and support when they get out. I know I did. And as soon as I got out, I couldn't believe it. I was so terrified. I'd been taught that everybody, anti-MLM, was haters. They were so horrible. It was awful. Like, oh my goodness. And I couldn't believe, like, when I actually left the MLM industry, it was the opposite was true. I had so much harassment. I don't get it as much anymore because I started to say fuck a lot, especially on Facebook. And it seemed to, like, ward off a lot of people within network marketing. But I had to be ruthless. It was daily, deleting people, blocking people from Facebook that were within the network marketing industry. I know, and that people outside of it, they're like, hey, so glad to see you're back. I'm like, how are you doing? It's the people within the network marketing industry that go out of their way to leave comments once you leave. It's fucking weird, I know when I was in it, I never once went on anybody's anti-MLM content and was saying, oh, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. That was your experience, but that wasn't mine, blah, blah, blah. I did make obnoxious content, like, passive aggressively about them. I did do that, but I never went on somebody's, like, on their content, in their comment section or on their stories, or sent them private messages or emails. I'm like, that's just fucking wrong. Like, even when in, like, my height of Hunbotness, I never did that. I feel like, okay, I gotta take a win wherever I can. Anyway, I hope this has given you a bit of insight. I hope that you're a bit more equipped to deal and to spot these scams. These are pyramid schemes, and I don't want to see them in Canada. There's enough of them all over the place. Anyway, thank you for watching. And if you're involved in one of these things, I hope you get out one day. You're awesome. You are perfect exactly as you are. There's nothing wrong with your mindset. You're a beautiful, amazing human being. I don't care if you call me a hater. I think you're fucking awesome. And I love and respect you, and I appreciate you. See you in the next video.